Hi, Elaine here for this November 4th to 10th week ahead reading. I am happy that you're able to join me, and I hope you're celebrating something fun this week. Happy birthday to any Scorpios who are joining in. And then I will explain the breakdown of how I've set up the cards and how I will go about the reading. If you want to check out in the description, there will be links on how to find me if you choose to, if you want to make a booking with me. I will start to offer gift cards, and I am going to make a special 2025 year ahead spread, not calendar spread, but a spread that I will be working on, and you can contact me and I can make those. And then, as always, thank you for joining, and it is very helpful if you like, share, subscribe, and thank you. And of course, any donations are welcome. There is a link below as well if you enjoy my content. Thank you. And so the first half of the video will pretty much be I pulled cards for the week ahead. This is for everyone. And then when it's time, you can jump to whatever sign you want. I break it down to cardinal, mutable, and fixed signs. You can check out your sun, your rising, your moon if you want, or just watch all of them. I try to keep the videos kind of short, but sometimes I talk too much. So with that being said, this week I pulled the activation card. So this is something that will activate or come, like, we will feel energetically. These I have been liking as a lesson card. And then over here, these two cards we have are possible obstacles, and then we have solutions over here. So, and then when it's time, I will bring out the other cards for cardinal signs, mutable signs, and fixed signs, and I will let you know as well. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. So for this week, we have passion as our activation, and the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from the chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. So I definitely feel like there will be some sort of activation as for passion, and it can be emotional. It can also be something that is like you find something that you enjoy doing and it starts to take a spark. And we need these points, and it feels like a refresher. It feels like something where I don't want to say like mundane, but something where you're just doing your thing, and that spark of creativity, that spark of I have to I want to do this, I enjoy doing this. And I definitely think that is a good energy to have. And it is, I feel like it's not an all-consuming, but also something where you can also have that calm nature. And that's why it was excuse me, kind of feeling like something that is like a hobby of some sort that you will find enjoyable and able to give you that calmness. So that is something to look forward to. And then our lessons for the week are blame. I accept the responsibility for my well being. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. So with these cards, the blame, well, actually, all three of them, they feel like, and maybe for some of us, or maybe, I mean, I could understand it in both ways as well, but what it's feeling like internal and external. So there are things that we we take blame on for ourselves, and then there's other times that we send it externally and blame others. And it's kind of, that energy doesn't really take you anywhere. It doesn't really feed your soul, and that's not an energy that you really need to um, grow and continue on. It is something that needs to be released, and maybe this is something. We're having our new moon tomorrow. I'm filming this on Halloween, so 10/31, and this just feels like something that is getting stuck. And even with the judgment following up of being judgmental, and that is critical of yourself and others. And it's like, whatever someone is going through, or if they are doing something, or this is, if you're looking externally and judging others, this is their soul's mission. This is what they've come to do. This is how they're living their life, how they're doing their thing. It's not for you to judge them. And acceptance is another thing. It's like being able to accept others. And I also feel like judgmental of oneself, of being too harsh. And I feel like there are times where we're also like, it's the end of the year and I should have did this and this and this, and I didn't work on this. And you start piling that up, and it's like, you gotta let it go, and not blame and not judge, and really be patient with yourself and with others, because we are all, there's a struggle, and we're all trying our best, and it's easy to judge and say, are they trying their best? But it's like, you aren't in their shoes. So give others a break, and not be so harsh. It is okay. We're getting through each day. That's what is important, and trying to be kind and bring in goodness versus continue in a well, I want to say victim state, because I was looking at the blame card as well, because that's kind of basically like you're giving away your power with blaming other people. It's even if um even if you're blaming someone else, at some point you have to let that go and move on. It's when you carry these, it is a burden. It's not energy that you need. And finding the patience and willingness to forgive as well, or to forgive, accept, and move on, and be like, well, now I have a boundary on this, that I don't need to deal with that. That is acceptable. And I think these are the lessons for this week, that we should, try to embody and look out for. Okay, and then so for our possible obstacles. So it's interesting because we had the world last week. Um, and when I saw it, it kind of surprised me because it's about completions. And what I'm feeling is like there are also multiple layers, because when I feel into Scorpio season, it just feels like layers of skin shedding, like the snake shedding, and I've said that before. And I was just like, there are multiple layers of completion, and we are all on different cycles. All even within our own lives, we have a grand cycle that is moving, and then we have little cycles around us that are also moving around. So I just feel like this is another layer of completion, and why it may be an obstacle this week is one, uh, finishing tasks. They can be bittersweet. They are finishing or completing something can be bittersweet, where it's like, what's next? I've done this, or I wasn't ready for that to end, and it was surprising. Um, so that's kind of how I'm feeling on the world card. And then the Seven of Earth, this says the planning resources and efforts you've invested in your dream will reap great rewards. In the meantime, have patience and meditate on your next steps. So patience has come up twice, and this card is basically about planning, um, taking care of those seeds, growing them, waiting to harvest them. And like what just popped into my mind too is like you don't harvest everything at once as well, and that's part of these cycles. There are stages, otherwise you'll have too much and it will like go bad, or that's my idea of farming. I might be wrong, you can comment below. um, but it's these plannings, and these stages and finishing as they come up. And I'll read the description below the sheepdog. It is congratulations on successfully accomplishing, sorry, what you set out to do. You've made it through the challenges and incorporated the lessons life offered you with grace and courage. And that just reminds me, it's those completings and not feeling like you were ready for it to end. That's what popped into my head as I read that card. Okay, and then possible solutions is the Two of Earth, um, which is usually about balancing. The Ace of Water, so Ace of Cups, an emotional start, a new start of something emotional. The Four of Fire, which is usually the Four of Wands, and the Eight of Earth, so Eight of Pentacles. So I'll start going through these. The Two of Earth, Abyssinian Cat, you may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It's important to balance your work and your personal life and bring a spirit of fun to all you do. So again, the balance, and it could be this of balancing reaping your rewards, or completing the cycles, or even just balancing life of having fun and bringing more joy into your life, and not working so hard trying to get everything done, bringing this passion into your life and having fun for fun's sake, and not trying to force or be so stuck in the day to day And then the dove, this is the beginning of a new emotional experience for you. It may be the first blush of romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or the awakening of spiritual gifts and insights. Spiritual gifts with the water. And we're also in Scorpio season. And it definitely feels like a fulfillment, I'm feeling my sacral activate, so I feel like also creativity, and this might go with the passion of something new, something, a hobby of arts and crafts, something fun. And 4 of fire, the otter. It is time to kick back, relax, and celebrate that you have all that you have. Joy arises from success in your career, the completion of a project, or a very happy home life. Again, with the completion, it's like, it's you've worked with the 7 of earth, and there are times where you have to enjoy, or invite that fun, and fun just keeps coming up, like celebrate, be happy, find the joy in the day, and don't dwell on the next thing you have to do. That's because what's funny is the 8 of earth comes up right after that, and that is the parrot. And so the 8 of earth is usually about mastery, and it is the perfect time to learn all you can by returning to school, taking a seminar, or conducting research. Do your best work, and the law of attraction will bring you prosperity and career advancement. So I'm actually going to say this one is making me think of the passion card, and it is maybe whatever you're passionate about. Could be a side hustle comes to mind, but also kind of like something that you can do and enjoy and bring others joys, and it would be something that you can master on the side of your day-to-day and still bring you happiness and joy and all of these good things, and not put the stress on you that your day-to-day career, job, whatever you do, to and also maybe even it will be a skill that can help you in your career, job, or in a change that you can do to advance in your career or job. Okay, so that is the energy of this week, and then I will go ahead and jump into the cardinal signs. So wherever you're going, go ahead and jump ahead. All right, so we have cardinal signs. So we have actions, leveling up. I'm just going to have to scoot these over. Expect miracles, Queen of Cups, the Lovers, and the Page of Pentacles. So, immediately when I saw action and leveling up, I thought this World card and completing and starting the new cycle. Especially with the expect miracles, I think whatever you're finishing, thinking of wrapping up this week, or even just maybe a happy surprise happens that allows you to take action, complete something that you didn't think you were going to complete. And it may allow you to level up with learning something new, being able to relax or and celebrate. Those are the things that I am feeling with this card. The Queen of Cups, she is very emotional fulfilled, and when I saw the card, I just felt like, flowing with it, not feeling like I have to take an action or I have to respond. It is like I'm here, it's all going to happen for me, and I am doing it. And I am also drawn to the Ace of Water. So it just makes me feel like whatever you're working on, there will be flow and ease to it versus having to jump through hoops or try to make something happen. Or like I'm also thinking of that saying of squeezing water from a rock, that is not doable. So it's something that will be easier. The Lover's card, the balance, and I'm also looking at the Two of Earth and being able to find the balance between the actions that you have to take, the slow growth that has been occurring, and being able to realize where you are. What's coming to mind is like pruning and trimming and getting ready for the end of the year. So that's an interesting visualization that I'm receiving, where it's like, trees, they lose their leaves. Part of the why they lose their leaves is to help them survive the winter. It's less energy for them to take care of their leaves while the days are shorter, the weather is harsher. It is, even their roots do not grow as much during the winter. And it just kind of, they slow down, or the fall as well. They start to slow down so they can kind of rest, and then in the spring they start back to life, or it shouldn't be back to life, but it's like they just allow this rest to happen. And that's what I'm thinking with the Lovers, of the balance of action and rest. And even with the Four of Wands, it's like you are doing it, and you have to find that balance between succeeding, resting, recuperating, and repeating. And your balance and your seeds are planted. These two cards are being I'm being drawn to, where it's like, it's planning, harvesting, tending, planning, harvesting, tending, and finding that spot to be able to be still and just know that what you're working on is working. It doesn't always feel like it, and to find the patience for that, but to know, and just know that you're supported, and things will be moving for you. Okay, so that is for our cardinal signs. Thank you very much. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'll go ahead and start collecting these. All right, for our mutable signs. So we got passion again, 10:30 on Halloween. I know this is for next week, but we got potential too. And then holy love. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Okay, for our mutable signs, I'm going to start here with the passion card. So we got double passion. So whatever is lighting you up, I definitely say follow it, because there is potential and transformation and growth here. So if there is something that you are passionate about or finding that you keep going back to, that I would explore that and see where it leads you. It's definitely making me feel like something that will grow and something that you have to tend to a little bit. I'm looking at the Seven of Earth. So it may not be something that you get done this week. It will need time. The Holy Love. This card always reminds me that we are not alone. There, you have support, physical and spiritual support, and that you are connected, and to trust in the guidance that you feel internally, and that you are having these nudges for a reason. And then for the Four of Pentacles, so this is like a foundation card, and it's reminding me of this Two of Earth here, of finding the balance. So there is, I'm hearing no risk, no reward. And it's kind of like, if you are so busy trying to clutch and hold something to keep those foundations stable, then there weren't really secure foundations to begin with. And you have to release a little bit and check that foundation and find that balance that you need, and not just believe that clutching onto what you think is your safety net is going to keep you safe and secure. It's that is shaky foundation for these. And I'm also feeling for the Ace of Cups, this might be something, a passion that is new, or I just thought spiritual, where it's like something that you didn't think you were capable of, or something that you weren't sure of, and now you're starting to trust that. And then what's really cool is we got the Nine of Cups and then the Ten of Cups, and this is fulfillment, this is family happiness, and having, it's also 9-10 and feeling like completing, or it's also feeling like a start to something, and like this is the finish line type of thing, where maybe it doesn't happen all this week, or maybe something really wonderful happens and you are really guided. But this is reminding me of passion and feeling like that light you up and where you're going to go, and what you see is the finish line. And I'm also being drawn to the Four of Cups for this. The Four of Fire. So this is like the celebration card of, you work, you get your reward. You're doing it, and it's also making me think of this Eight of Earth, of that journey of mastery and development. I'm just going to look at the cards real quick and make sure I don't feel anything else. No, I'm feeling pretty complete. So thank you, Mutable Signs. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'll go ahead and collect these. And we'll go ahead and switch gears to our fixed signs. Okay, for fixed signs, we have perseverance, we have forgive, we have surrender, we have the Seven of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and we actually, everyone else had Ten of Swords and the Judgment. So, with these cards, I'm feeling, so this I pulled for this new moon in Scorpio, and 303 forgive. I didn't pull. So what I'm feeling is trust the work that you're doing. Trust that you are growing and investing and maintaining, and that the patience that you're putting in is returning to you, and not to worry about, where are you going, when is the return going to happen. If there were any mistakes that you made, forgive them. It is, it's easy to, in hindsight, hindsight is 2020 is what I just heard. It's like sometimes the mistakes you make are mistakes that you were meant to make, and or like there's no real thing as mistakes. There's just side quests, It's a journey that you made that you learn something from, and you can take it and apply it to something in the future. There will always be a return of something, and you'll be like, oh, I got this. Or this is, I'm also being pulled to the Judgment card and to the Blame card, where it's like, you don't have to hold on to that. You don't have to keep carrying it. You just let it go. Keep doing you. Trust in your journey. Trust in those side quests too. Because sometimes, our best laid plans blow up in our face, and sometimes we just go do some random lucky thing that brings us such happiness and joy that we didn't even think was possible. So that's what I'm feeling with these cards. The surrender card, this is surrender of blaming yourself if something didn't go right. Blaming the Judgment card, letting go of any judgment, or even if it's not blame for yourself, it's blame for others or judgment of others, or even of that journey being, that meandering journey that you're on. It is okay. There is no mistakes, and you might kick yourself about it, but you're learning something every time you're doing something. You're learning something about it, and it's really like, what I'm also being drawn to is the Passion card, and I also feel like it is letting go of these limitations that you put on yourself, and it might even be limitations that someone else has told you, something that you just say to yourself because of whatever story that you have, and it's like, let it go, surrender it, let spirit help you, invite them in to help you, ask your ancestors, ask your spirit team, for a sign. And I just feel like making room for something better, and also for, making room and accepting that you are an amazing being. You are amazing, and you are quite capable of everything, and even that is scary, where it's easy to set the bar low and jump over it, but when you set it high and fly over it, then you start getting a little scared and like, what did I do? But it is a challenge worth taking. And I am also feeling like, so I'm feeling the ace of water, and maybe that is the challenge that is coming, that you don't think you're capable of, but you accept it and you fly over it. And the two of earth, of, you know, this finding the balance of what I almost want to say, of safety for you, of being able to do something and that you're not sure you can do, but that you kind of have like the training wheels on that, and then you're able to balance it out. I know that's a weird analogy, but that kind of popped into my head of finding that balance, and doing the thing that you're afraid of, but just having like a safety net. Okay. So we have the Seven of Cups, the options, the illusions, I also feel like um seeing through the fog, having the fog. um and we have the Five of Pentacles, feeling like, I feel like these two cards are both, I'm actually being drawn to the Eight of Earth here, where it's like you're not feeling like you have enough knowledge, and you gotta let that go. You We are all growing and learning, and there are times that you just um you know you have to take the leap and trust that your safety net will catch you. uh that's what just popped into my head. And not being stuck in these mindsets of, I have too many choices, I don't have enough. It is, yeah, I think it's that balance too. It comes back to that balance of and trusting yourself that you have the education and the knowledge and the life experience, honestly, too. Um and letting that go with the Ten of Swords, you know, letting whatever you think is holding you back, letting it go, let it fly away. And we have the Judgment card. And this is, excuse me, I got the hiccups. This is, which may be why I have them, is a release. It's a release and a reawakening. And I want to say, like, letting spirit flow, letting your spirit flow, bringing in this passion, bringing in this celebration, and just awakening with um, life. And I'm also being drawn to the World card of, completing whatever cycle that you're going through. And maybe it has just been a, a rough year, a rough up and down, a rough uh, revolution, evolution. Evolution, I think, is the word that is trying to come out. Um, and it just feels like a new beginning. And I'm feeling drawn to the Ace of Water again. It's just that seed is planted and it's time to grow. With the Seven of Earth, and tend to your garden. Tend to yourself. So, it's a beautiful cards, and maybe a rough little emotional week, hopefully not. And I am feeling complete with this reading. So I hope you guys have the best week, and thank you for joining me. Have a good one. Bye.